Hey, what's up YouTube? Down the smartphone guy coming back at you with another video, and today I want to revisit a watch that I've been using as my main smartwatch for the last 3 months. This is the Huawei Watch 2, and for me personally, this is still the best watch that I can possibly get for my particular uses. And the reason why I say that is because this is both a very good smartwatch and a fantastic fitness tracker. There's just a couple features missing, and we'll talk about that as I get into it. But I did do a full review of this watch, so if you're interested in checking that out, I'll leave a link down in the description. The other thing I want to mention is the reason why I'm revisiting this is because of the recent price change. So you can actually pick this up now on Amazon for less than $200, so you can see it right there. It is a brand new device at under $200, but the catch there is that you're going to have to get the concrete gray version because, as you can see, the other colors are not that inexpensive. Depending on what your definition of inexpensive is, of course, but you can see here that it's under $200. Now, when it originally came out, this was a $300 watch, and that was actually one of my biggest complaints when I did my initial impressions of the watch was the price, because for $300, I had a hard time stomaching that this watch was really worth that price. But at $200, I definitely think that it's definitely very competitive and probably better than most watches you can pick up at that price point. So let's go ahead and talk about what all this thing has to offer. So first of all, it is IP68 certified, which means that it can go underwater. You don't want to leave it underwater. You certainly don't want to go swimming regularly with it, but it definitely can sustain a good amount of water with no problem. Showering with it is no issue at all. So that's one great option. Now, it doesn't track your swim laps or anything like that, like the Gear Fit 2 Pro that just came out from Samsung. So that would be, I guess, one thing that it's missing. The heart rate sensor on it is really good. It does have NFC built into it, so you can use it for mobile payments. So if I go in here, you can see that we can use, where is it at? Android Pay. So if you want to use Android Pay for some payments, this is an option on this watch. Of course, it has Bluetooth built in. It has 4 gigs of onboard storage. Now, for me personally, I'm using that primarily for music to listen to while I'm running. So I just pair it up with a pair of Bluetooth headphones, and I go completely cordless. So I wear some true wireless earbuds and go for a run with some music, and it'll track my steps, track my basically everything that I want with the GPS. And the app I've been using for that is Ghost Racer. Now, it comes with Google Fit, as you can see here. So that is one option, but of course you can download whatever app you like for tracking your running. So it does come with Runtastic built in. It also comes with a app that is specific for Huawei, which is this workout app, which syncs directly to Huawei Health. And that was a great option. I actually used that one for about 2 months, but for the last month, I've been using an app called Ghost Racer, and that's primarily because of the customization of this app. It can pretty much make it show me whatever information I want to know, because for me personally, there are some things that I want to be able to see while I'm running, distance traveled, my current pace, also my average pace, and things like that. So it has been great for that. The GPS connection on this watch has been very good. I rarely ever have issues where it drops any kind of GPS, only in kind of extreme circumstances. The heart rate sensor, so it has an optical heart rate sensor down here on the bottom. That has also worked very well, and I think it's pretty much dead on when I've compared it to other watches that I'm testing at the moment. So I'm testing out this watch here, and it's pretty much dead on with just about every other watch I've ever tested, and that's whether I'm running or sitting still. Either way, the heart rate sensor on this thing has been very, very accurate for an optical heart rate sensor. Battery life on this watch is also very good. One very nice thing about this is that it does have a special battery app built into it. So you can see here that there is a smart power saving option, but then if you come up here, it does also, of course, show your battery, and then it says you have 1.6 days left. But then down here, there's a watch mode, and if I click that on, it says that I have 18 and a half days left. So in watch mode, basically what it's going to do is it turns off every sensor except one. The only sensor it leaves is the pedometer, so you can still track your steps, but then it will always leave the screen on and show you your time. So at that, which I used a lot while I was at work, that's pretty much the only thing I ever left it on while I was at work, because I didn't want notifications distracting me while I'm trying to do my job. And so that was a really great option. So the one thing I would say this thing is missing is there is no sleep tracking built into it. Now, of course, you can download a third-party app like Sleep as Android. Personally, I don't really care about that. I don't really care too much for tracking my sleep. But just about everything else about this watch works really, really well. The GPS is great. The Bluetooth is great. The battery life is good. The screen is really nice. Now, one thing I would like to see, and this is just true of every fitness watch, for me personally, I would just like to see a trans-reflective display on every smartwatch, or sorry, not smartwatch, but any fitness-minded smartwatch to me should have a trans-reflective display so that you can see them perfectly in the daylight. This one does not have that, so you will have to kind of turn the brightness up during the day. I had no problem seeing it, but it'd be even better if it had a trans-reflective display, in my opinion. Overall, I really have no complaints about this watch. It's definitely one I can recommend, so check it out. I'll leave a link down in the description for Amazon. Also, I'll leave a link down in the description for my full review where I go far more in depth than what I'm doing here. So check that out if you're interested. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.